Welcome. I am Mrs. Wade, and this is my very first video. And our topic today is science safety. I'm going to be going through some of the safety equipment that we have in our classroom. If you look around the classroom, you'll see a cabinet that looks like this. We call the whole cabinet the safety station. When we break the cabinet down into different parts, we have the safety shower, which is right here. Now the water will come from the yellow's top. To get the water to run, you pull the triangle. But I don't recommend pulling the triangle unless it's a real emergency. Water goes everywhere, and yes, we test it monthly, so it does work. And that is an automatic referral if you pull it without having an emergency. So I don't recommend it. Under that, we have the eye wash station. So if you get something in your eyes, you flip this little handle backwards, and the water will come out the two spouts, and you put your eyes in the water stream to flush them out. We also have what's called a fire blanket. It's located in this cabinet, in this container. It's the red container on the left side of the safety station. There is a clip down here where you unclip it and you pull the safety blanket from the bottom of the red container. So if there's a fire, the blanket has a retardant that will block the oxygen, and fire has to have oxygen in order for it to burn. Right here next to the printer, you're going to see a button, and it's a switch. And when you turn the switch on, that turns the air vent on. Science classrooms have an air vent to remove odors from the classroom. And the vent let me find my air vent picture. Okay, when we look here, that switch turns a vent on that's towards the back of the classroom, and it's up in the ceiling. And back there, that will create a negative pressure and pull the air from the room, replacing it with fresh air. Also in the safety station, we have on the right side, we have the fire extinguisher. The call button. If there was an emergency in class and I'm not there, or I may say if I'm in the middle of a situation, push the call button. If you go back to the desk, so this is in my teacher area, you'll notice the Walking Dead poster here. It has a little black button in it, and you push it, and that will call the people in the office. They'll come on the speaker, and they'll ask if there's an emergency, and then we describe what's happening in the classroom. We also have at our disposal, we have different sinks, we have soap, and we have paper towels. Now, I have a big issue. Please do, if you use the paper towels, the sink is not a trash can. Do not put anything but water down the sink. We don't want to see candy wrappers. We want to see papers. I don't want you hiding people's stuff in the sinks. Okay, you've been given a paper called the safety contract, and it is a fill-in-the-blank paper. So as I go through the safety contract, I am going to give you the blanks for you to fill in. Okay. Of the safety contract, it is going to have at the top, report all laboratory accidents, and you need to fill in accidents, to the teacher immediately as they occur. Now if you need more time and I've moved on, you can hit your pause button and that will pause the video so that you have time to write in what I'm asking you to write. So if I go too fast, hit the pause button. Do not perform any laboratory experiments that have not been authorized. Whoops, this is a slide. That have not been authorized by your teacher. Follow all written and verbal instructions carefully. There are times when I'm going to give you verbal instruction that may not necessarily be on your lab paper, but those are just as important as anything written on the paper. Always wear your safety goggles when working with chemicals, hot liquids or solids, and other potential sources of splashes, spills, and anything that spatters. Always read the lab instructions at least twice or 2 times until you understand. So if you don't understand after 2 times, read them again. And if you ever have a problem, you can always ask. Do not have food or beverages in the science classroom. This is a big one. We are the first lunch, so there really shouldn't be any need for food in the classroom. And it's not always the best place to eat or drink. So in science class, there'll be no food or drink. Never taste, touch, or smell chemicals unless specific instructions have been given to do so. While you're using solutions and specimens, equipment, or other lab materials, keep your hands away from your face, eyes, and body. And wash your hands using soap at the conclusion of each lab activity. Know the proper laboratory procedures to follow during a fire drill. And we will be going over those. Roll up long sleeves and tie back long hair. If the experiment involves chemicals, glassware, or flames. Keep all tables neat and clean. Clean and wipe dry all lab tables and other work areas. That includes the counters on the sides of the room at the conclusion of each lab activity. And we'd use the paper towel that we find above each sink to wipe everything down. Never handle broken glass with your bare hands. Use a brush and dustpan or wet paper towels and then dispose of it in the proper container. And unless you've been directed to do so, do not enter Do not enter the science teacher prep room in the back. In the back of the room there is a door. That door leads to a science prep room, and on the other side is an entrance to 2 different classrooms. Please do not go back there, and if the door is open, please do not distract students that are in the other classrooms. Be alert and proceed with caution at all times in the science lab. Remain at your lab station while performing an experiment. Neglected experiments can produce an accident. I know a lot of times you guys get excited and you want to show a friend that's at another table. I need you to stay at your lab station. Okay? You guys can talk afterwards. Paper towels are found above each sink. The eye wash is located in the safety station. The fire extinguisher is hanging on the right side of the safety station. The fire blanket is located in the red container on the left side of the safety station. An emergency call button is located in the front of the classroom by my desk. And the safety shower is located in front of the safety station. Do not pull the safety shower. The vent is located in the back of the class, and it's used to remove odors. Remember that button to switch it on is by the printer. And only water goes down the drain in all 4 sinks. I appreciate you listening to my video. This is something I want to continue throughout the year, and there'll be different ways that we do this. But thank you for watching. Please bring your completed safety contract sheet to class. Make sure you have a notebook, a spiral bound notebook, so that we can get our notebook set up to next class. And I'll see you on the next day.